My name is Karina Burbank, and I am the curator for this year's Special Collections Research Center exhibit, A Fair to Remember, the History of the North Carolina State Fair. I'm also a first year in NC State's Public History Master's program. After months of research and digging through the archives, the nostalgia of the State Fair really stood out. From our choice of color palette to the organization of photos, we want visitors to think about their own relationship with state fairs and what nostalgia is based on. In the late 1920s, the North Carolina State Agricultural Society, which had started the original state fair in 1853, was severely in debt. The state of North Carolina took over from them, and the first state-run fair was held in 1928. This change happened at a good time, giving the fair some stability going into the Great Depression. Soon after the State Fair got off the ground, the Raleigh-based North Carolina Industrial Association, or NCIA, started their own state fair too. Founded by a group of 22 local African-American farmers, businessmen, and educators, the NCIA created their own fair that would highlight the work of the state's African-American community. It attracted visitors like Frederick Douglass, who gave a 2-hour speech at the 1880 NCIA fair. The last NCIA fair was held in 1931. For several years leading up to that, the state of North Carolina had revoked the right of the NCIA fair to use the state fairgrounds and had also taken away most of their funding. Even though early state fairs were dedicated to agricultural education, entertainment quickly became a big part. By the 1880s, the fair had carnival-like midways and other kinds of entertainment. Particularly thrilling were the Hell Drivers, a team of stunt drivers who came to the NC State Fair many times. In 1908, 15-year-old Georgia Tiny Broadwick from Vance County parachuted out of the basket of a hot air balloon at the NC State Fair. She went on to become the first woman ever to parachute out of an airplane and invented the ripcord still used in parachuting today. Curating the exhibit was an opportunity to highlight the craftsmanship and the skill displayed at the State Fair. In places like the Village of Yesteryear, which opened in 1951, artists show their traditional crafts. The State Fair also highlights the work of many people through programs like 4-H and the former home demonstration clubs. Both of these programs were through NC Cooperative Extension, which continues to facilitate educational programs throughout the state. Programs like these are long-standing and are part of the tradition of education that have defined the State Fair from the beginning. Throughout its history, the fair has been held at 3 different locations. It was originally in East Raleigh, but moved to Hillsborough Street in 1873. Those grounds were converted into a tank training camp during the First World War. The fair moved to its current location in 1928, coinciding with the shift to a state-run institution. Dorton Arena is one of the iconic buildings of the modern fairgrounds, designed by Polish architect and NC State University professor Matthew Nowicki. He originally had a beautiful and expansive vision of an entirely rebuilt fairground. You can see some of his drawings here. Unfortunately, after Nowicki's unexpected death in 1950, Dorton Arena was the only building created from his designs. The North Carolina State Fair exhibits agriculture, animals, and technology from across the state. In competitions and in displays, North Carolinians have had the chance to share and learn from each other. 2 of my favorite objects in this case were owned by former Commissioner of Agriculture Jim Graham, whose collection is held at NC State University. Known for his imitation of a donkey bray, Graham had a variety of donkey-themed objects like this stylish donkey fedora and this adorable plush toy. NC State University has had a long-standing relationship with the State Fair. Students began holding their own agricultural fair in 1921, which officially became part of the State Fair by 1925. Students and faculty have been exhibitors, judges, and educators at the State Fair for decades. At the end of this exhibit, you can see a few of the Special Collections Research Center's favorite photos from the fair. There are hundreds more available online through the Special Collections Research Center, and you can always request a collection from our archive to see some of our materials in person in our reading room. Let us know if you find any personal favorite photos or objects from the fair, and we hope you enjoyed learning about the fair's long history.